Sorry, this camera. Hi guys, it's Allison from Alley Cat Creations. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you get anything from my work, a connect, a dot, an epiphany, a mind blown moment, a new book to read, a new author to explore, please consider supporting my work. All the links are at the bottom of the description. And holidays are coming. If you would like a pyramid, cute little keychains and necklaces, ring holders, baby pyramids, and anything else, please go visit my website, alleycatcreations211.com. And those are just examples of my work. And everything goes through privately. So thank you. Okay. I have a lot going on in my private life. A lot. I'm gonna touch on some stuff, and then we're gonna get into the meat and bones of the spiritual soul advice. I have really good stuff that just came in that I want to share with all of you because we need a lot of work. So I can't say enough to everybody. I am so sorry. I haven't really been able to do videos. I've been bogged down between what's going on with me, what's going on with other people, the amazing things happening on channels. Like, I'm so excited, but it's been taking me away from my own stuff. I'm still pouring and doing everything that doesn't take that long to do. But these videos take me a while. So I now have a boyfriend, and I was seeing him, but I think it's official. I don't know what you do when you're 40. I don't know what these paradigm shifts relationships are called. Anywho, there's a lot of complication, which is not a bad thing. There's a lot of complicated moving parts. And the other day, I get a call at 12 a.m. to please pick him up. He needs to go to the emergency room. And tomorrow morning, I'm taking him to get surgery. He has a bad boo-boo that needs ligaments and tendons attached again. Fun times. So I was dealing with that craziness the past few days. So I do apologize. And I'm going to say this, that I'm trying to take a relationship slowly because I haven't been in one in 13 years. But universe is doing something very interesting that it's not just happening to me, it's happening to a lot of people. And this is why I'm bringing this up. And why I wanted to do spiritual soul advice, because it's, in my life right now, I'm in it to win a chicken dinner. And this is not sorry guys, this isn't just me. This is reflecting in different ways. Okay, it's different, but a lot of people are seeing this, and I wanted to bring this up because I think it's worthy of sharing. So in the emergency room, again, I'm new to Indiana. This is all new territory to me. This whole situation, everything is like being thrown at me is new. The last 2 years have been new experiences, harder lessons, harder challenges. And a lot of us are being thrown these things. I'm sitting in the room that the doctor came in to stitch him up, and my guy got nauseated and kept running back and forth to the bathroom to Chuck. And he was gone for a bit, and I started getting I get flashes of imagery in my mind. And I started asking upstairs, my higher self and my guides and my angels, what's this? I'm dumbfounded. What is going on with me? Well, Allison, you asked for a family. And remember, you dropped your expectations and you're contracted anyway. So you got a Moab. We put him in your life because he's going to reflect everything you once were. Everything you think you healed, every painful trauma that you thought you healed, here he is. And here's his daughters. Universe is testing me to see if I really cleared my trauma and really released my past through present terms, present day shit. And so far, I think I'm passing. Okay, and this is probably going to be a until let relationship long. If I don't put expectations on how long that's going to last either. But a lot of us are being faced with harder lessons and challenges from left field. Yeah, I did ask for a family of my own, but I'm adopted, and this is a good introductory way of now being on the other side of that coin, playing a mother, being a mother figure to children that are not mine, but that nonetheless I'll love and do what I can for them. It's interesting, guys. A dear friend of mine, she's out of the country, and she said to me that her mother-in-law is reflecting what her mother was. So a lot of things are happening now in the energies that a lot of us are being faced with did you really clear that energy? Here's the next level shit. If you want to be able to help and seed other people, we got to make sure that you took the experiences that you walked through, and now you're going to be able to start healing other people. But we have to make sure you really pass the test. A lot of people are being faced with a lot of stuff very similar to mine in terms of having things reflect back at you. And they seem like they're extremely extraordinary, harder challenges, whether it be within your family, whether it be a relationship or outside of your work environment. I don't like to just keep it to one thing, but there are a lot of changes happening in our energies right now. My abilities are enhancing, and I'm not even trying. I go into meditation, but I haven't really sat to meditate. Thank goodness I already have the gray hair, because I'd probably be white by now. It's stressful, and exhausting. I only maybe collectively got 7 hours of sleep in the last 3 days. Another reason why I passed out. I want to do videos. I want to read my books. I want to go back to my schedule. But it's very heavy right now in the paradigm. People are subconsciously and unconsciously purging their energies, and it's showing up in the real world. It's manifesting out here. So there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of things that right now you should not be feeding agendas. You should just be going in and doing the self-love work that you need to be doing. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to continue to say this until people stop contradicting themselves. In one breath, these people suck, these people are horrible, these people, that. And then we're all one, we're love and light. You can't have it both ways. Linda Good McGillis expresses this a lot in her videos. You can't hate God in the same breath and say love and light and love him or her or it, the energy. We're all one. So by you pointing out someone else's dumb shittery, right? So people are playing a role through Source. Source is playing through them. And it's okay to not agree and to not be happy with people's choices. But at the same time, they're playing a role you're not, and that's still Source. Whether they acknowledge Source or not, it doesn't make a difference because we're all Source anyway. We're all energy. So we got to walk a middle way path, and that is not easy. In one breath, you are hating and want people to have, yes, justice will be served, but that's not your responsibility to take care of unless you're the executioner. You need to just live your life. You need to be aware of your other selves. You need to be aware of things happening. But at the same time, you need to transcend a lot of that information, because guess what? Is it serving your everyday life? If JFK Jr. is alive, beautiful. See, thumbs up. But does that affect my everyday life? Is he paying my bills? Is he putting food on my table? Nope. So why do I care if he's dead or alive? All the people talking about the external things happening on the outside of us. It's great. It's a great distraction, guys. Huge distraction, by the way. What did you do for yourself today? What did you do to relax, to do some you time? My spirit guides have been very heavily giving me a lot of downloads and a lot of visions. I haven't had visions since I was maybe 4 or 5. I used to be able to prophesize things or predict things, and not big things. You know, like I said in a video a few weeks ago, I, as a child, knew my life was going to be different at 40. I didn't know how. I didn't know what was going to happen. I just knew my whole entire life was going to change at 40. And I had that stuck in my head since I was 4 or 5 years old. My life is going to be better when I'm an adult. My life is going to be better when I get older. This is all I kept saying to myself as a child. Because somewhere innate in me, I remembered that that's what my contract had in me. This is my time. I got one of my parents' deaths correct. The other one I kind of got met, but that, because the timeline changed, their death time changed. They still died in the manner in which they chose. They just chose a higher timeline, so things played out a little differently, but all necessary and all needed. I keep getting visions of things, and they're not fun, because I don't want to manifest the things that I see. I'm projecting my light body and I get to see little snippets of things, but that's a little different from a vision. Because when I'm projecting my light body, I am aware of where I am and what I'm doing. When I'm getting visions, I'm getting snapshots of things. Like I knew that my boyfriend was having surgery tomorrow. Something in me told me he was having surgery tomorrow. He's having surgery tomorrow, for real. But I didn't know why I felt that way, but I saw him on the table getting his handwork on. I keep getting flashes and snapshots. So my abilities are going back to where I was when I was 3, 4, 5 years old, where I saw things in my mind's eye, snapshots of events, but I can't, at that point, I was never aware that I could place anything. Now I'm more an adult and I have more cognition to, oh shit. So it gets scary because some of the things are not fun to be viewing, but I don't want to manifest or fear any of that, right? Whatever's going to happen occurs. It's a part of God's contracts. Everybody has a contract or an assignment or whatever you want to call it. We really need to understand the energy going on. We need to protect and shield our bodies. People say that they're doing this stuff, and it's reflecting that they don't. People talk a good game, but did you walk the walk? It takes every day. This is not just a one and done kind of, I'm going to meditate and my problems in life are going to dissolve. Oh no, this is lifelong. But the work has to start on you. I started this work a long time ago. I'm being prepared. I'm being challenged right now and very heavily in my life to make sure that I'm able to handle what is coming to everybody to a theater near you next. Many of us are being the light workers who are here to help steer other people. Again, no matter what paradigm you're from or what affiliation you choose to take, doesn't matter. Many of us are in preparation right now, being heavily tested with real deal heavy shit so that we know how to help other people. This camera. This is where a lot of us are being tested, is to see if we really did clear. And if we need to go and revisit that clearing, it is presenting itself to us. Again, it's okay. Like the 2 little girls that are entering my life, they're going to be 12. Noah! Yes! They're adorable and they're sassy and they reflect me when I was that age. But mom, no! Dad, shut up. Like, woo, the defiance in me. Oh gosh, I was bad. I mean, I was a good kid. Don't get me wrong. I was a really good kid. I listened to my parents, but like my parents overwhelmed me a lot. And I'm seeing my childhood play out with my relationship. And I try to impart on the guy that I'm dating. I asked your daughters why, like, they're not listening to you, and because you're overwhelming them, and I don't think you realize that you are. And I'm going to point it out to you, and here's what this looks like. And I'm modeling it for him. I'm doing what I did in the paraprofessional world. I model behavior back at people so they see themselves. I'm the mirror, but they're the mirror now for me to go, okay, did I change my reactions to myself? And so far I'm succeeding because I'm catching it when it is in the moment. And I'm taking those deep breaths and I'm like, okay, yes, spirit, what? Okay, this sounds like my childhood. Kudos. Thanks. But a lot of us are being challenged like that. So it's not to be this is not a punishment, guys. This is something that is a real big test and a challenge. I know for myself, it's taking me off of left field because it's simultaneously happening. Like I wasn't expecting to get a call overnight to run to the emergency room and deal with blood and almost partially removed fingers. Thankfully, I have the stomach for that and the training to help and aid, but my goodness. There's other situations going on top of all of that in the same breath. So at this moment in time, we really need to look at the relationships in our lives, whether it be your parents. Unfortunately, all mine, almost but one, are dead. I haven't spoken to my father in a while, and I call him here in time to time. But there are relationships that are going to challenge you. They're going to steer you. And is this a relationship that maybe, like, are you going to forgive people for their wrongdoings and they're not being in awareness that they are in the wrong or that they're doing something that shouldn't be done because that's just not the moral thing to do? We got to look at everything in and around us and what's feeding the energy and taking a step back. A lot of people like, well, no, I don't want that relationship anymore. It's my time to release it. Okay, that's fine. But really take a bigger picture at the energy happening right now and give people a little bit more compassion and take some space if you can. Harder said than done. Now, a while ago, I did a spiritual soul advice about affirmations. And I then went to the store Five Below because I just wanted to look at Halloween stuff and cheer with decorations around my house. Excuse me. And I found affirmation cards for $5. Now, again, not everybody is privy to having extra cash lying around. It's not easy around life. So you can always take a piece of paper and a pen and some crayons, and you can sit with your grandchildren. You could sit with yourself. Hang on. I probably could have done this while I'm here because I just went to the shelf. Okay, here again, Five Below. Adult coloring books. A lot of people are stressed out. Okay, a lot. I get it. It's stressful. But I'm a perfectionist, I have to admit, when I'm in my art world zone. Okay, but you don't need to be a perfectionist for a coloring book. Okay. But these are fine lined so that you could take the time to sit and meditate. This is a good meditative book to color. Now, if you're somebody who is sassy and has a sailor mouth like I do, Thanks to Jason Q for this goodie. If we want to be sassy. Now, here's something that I was going with, but I wanted to show you the comments. This is mindfulness. I don't think I colored in there, but you see these? You color them in, take a marker, a black one or a darker color, and write your affirmation in what you just colored, and make it a card or make it something you can hang on your wall or your mirror. You could take any one of these and turn it into an affirmation card. See? And a lot of these are really super cheap. Like this one I got at Five Below and it was $3. Okay, Christmas is happening, holidays for whatever you celebrate. You know, these are priceless when it comes to wanting to zen out if you have like an hour. And again, guys, a lot of people make the excuses, well, I have family and I'm taking care of my grandkids and I'm doing this and I'm that, da, da, da. Well, why can't you sit with your grandchildren and color? You color your coloring book, they can color their coloring book. Right? You gotta, if you have situationals where you are babysitting or you are with your grandkids or your children, I'm not here to age discriminate. Get a coloring book and color with them. You have your adult books. And at the end, you can put affirmations on these and hang them up. Why do I say these things? Is because I have a ton of oracle cards on my refrigerator that when I'm having a bad day, like I've been having, not that I've been having bad days, I'm just been very under stressed because life is being thrown at me right now. Every day is a new thing and a new situation I have to traverse, or I'm getting over bombarded at once. Like this person's texting me, but like 5 other people are texting me. And then I have 12 emails can't get my email to work. I'm sorry for anybody trying to email me. My email's been gremlined. I get some and sometimes I'm not getting them all. Don't know why that's happening. Then I got a scam call, but like something that was really a little too real to like not ignore, that I had to deal with in the middle of like Jason Q and Jack's Megan Walsh interview. Get this crazy phone call. And I got a letter 2 months ago about like identity theft kind of thing from my prior job that got hacked. City got hacked. So like this on top of lack of sleep and everything else. So yeah, there's been a lot. But when I go to the refrigerator to get my water, to get a snack, to get my fruit, to make my smoothies, to whatever, I'm seeing it. And in the house I just bought, my kitchen is what you walk into. So automatically you're seeing those cards. And there's really good positive affirmations on those or sayings that uplift me. Now, these are decals. They're really cheap on Amazon. I think I got a pack of them for $7.99. I mean, it's just not one. I got a whole plethora of them and they come in a pack. P.S. You got this. Like, I want to put this on my front door to remind myself, I got this. I could do this. Believe in yourself. Don't forget to smile. Shut up. You look good. Okay, that doesn't want to stay up. P.S. You are beautiful. You look amazing. Just breathe. And this was a 2-pack. You are kind, smart, beautiful, enough. I feel like I'm scrolling like a tablet or a. I am confident. I am loved by my family and friends. I am optimistic about my future. I am capable of doing difficult things. I'm confident in my abilities to succeed. I am determined to make a difference. I am ready to overcome whatever obstacles I face. I am proud of who I am today. I am worthy of my dreams and goals. I am thankful for all the talents I have been given. Now, guys, what you do with these is like those car decals that people put, the stickers, right? You put and apply them to your mirror. Mirrors, front doors, windows. Those are amazing. I got a whole bunch of them. And guess what I did? I got extras to put in the girls' Christmas stockings. Because you know what? They really need that extra. They need that extra boost to be told you are worthy. You are beautiful. You are enough. You're kind. You're beautiful. Guys, just because you don't have, guys, listen to me very carefully. I didn't have that reinforcement growing up. And not that my parents didn't love me, but they never really fed me kind words. I was always stupid, dumbass. I know you have dyslexia, but oh, that was stupid. I was always put down. I was never told I was worthy. I was never told to be confident. I had those innate things within me, but I never had that positive reinforcement. And a lot of other people never did either. So it doesn't hurt to put it on the wall to make sure you reinforce those things for yourself. You know, just because no one tells you those things doesn't mean it's not true. I didn't have anybody in my life to give me any, you're beautiful or you're smart. I didn't have that, right? Even in relationships, I was not told much in terms of anything positive or reinforcement. Sorry. Zero. So I took it upon myself to do affirmations for myself each day. You're responsible for you, no one else. Okay, I'm being bothered and I took my sound down, so I don't know what goes on. Sorry about that. Actually. So with these things, you know what you can also do? And males, I'm sorry. I know it's a little weird. Okay. You could do a Sharpie marker on your mirror. You could do chalk markers on your mirrors and write your own sayings or affirmations on them. And then when you're done with them, you can wipe it off and put something new on. Or you can get these stickies. These come off. They're not there forever, right? I want to keep imparting that these things are very necessary. I use them on for a long time. But when I saw these decals, I had to get them. I had to get them. Let's see what affirmations we can pull for today. Today, I'm accepting. Today, I will open my heart and listen with an open mind to new ideas and opportunities. This is something a lot of people have a challenge with. Because we don't like to take in other information. We only like to listen to some people's information, but we should be listening and accepting to have an open mind. A lot, and this is the challenge that I have with somebody who is not necessarily awake. The boyfriend isn't awake. There's some components of him that are awake, but like I talk a whole foreign language to him, but he's accepting of it and he has an open mind to just listen, to think about it. And I'm okay with that. I'm not looking for my match in terms of spiritual match. I don't want another me in terms of the spirituality. It's enough that I have a lot going on and my abilities are opening up, and I need somebody to come and ground me. I need somebody to keep me calm. I need somebody to help me disperse my energy when it's fluctuated and flustered. I don't need somebody that's going to give me my own medicine in the spiritual sense. I just need somebody to be there for me. And that's what he brings to the table. So what are you like? And he's willing to have an open mind. Today, I'm compassionate. Today, I will reach out and help another person feel better about themselves. And this is why I love everybody that follows me, watches me, and comments. This is why I love the chats, even though I'm having a hard time being in it to win it. I am compassionate. Today, I will see the possibilities. Today, anything is possible. My heart is open to any and all possibilities. Now, you could write these in color on a book and put that up somewhere where you keep seeing it. You're reminding yourself of it. Because, when you're living your everyday life, you're not out there to keep getting that positive reinforcement. But if it's there in your face, you don't have to do much work at all. At all. We're going to pull from my favorite affirmation, question deck. So guys, I really encourage you all. I know everybody's at different stages of their awakening, their self-work, their shadow work, and all that fun stuff, right? But these are really simple things that I'm going to try to keep reinforcing every now and again. Because I think we all need these. Even myself, I'm not immune to these lessons. I'm not immune to having to go reheal something. I'm not immune. Just because I know what I am, and just because I know some aspects of a larger picture than other people, doesn't make me immune to any of this stuff, into life in general. Right? Like, I just keep getting sideswiped with like very real deal heavy things. It's not easy. And then being thrown in a situation, in a relationship with a lot of very, very, very difficult components. It's a big challenge. Today is the day I shine. How can I focus on projecting myself outwards today? Perfect. This is a perfect card for today. This camera is killing me. What emotions and thoughts do I want to share with the universe? I'm doing that right now. How can I focus on projecting myself outwards today? I'm doing a video for you guys, and I'm projecting what has been going on in my life so that more people can understand and comprehend how I'm going and dealing through these very tough and challenging things and events that have been traversing my life. And I'm trying to do that in the most realistic, positive attitude that I can be doing it in, right? It's not easy getting a phone call early in the morning when you have to be up at like 6:45 to make a show happen. And then to be told, well, I need to go to the hospital. Can you pick me up? My pinky is almost off my hand. And then I'm not going into details and keeping privacy there on how that happened, but it happened and the reasons for that. But it happened, and I sat and was very supportive, and still am very supportive of somebody that I am only a month into a relationship. While spirit is telling me what the Moab is. Right? But take these and ask the questions, because once you ask these questions and you can honestly answer yourself, you're gonna get a lot out of that. How have I shown resilience? I got it out. And strength lately. How can I apply the lesson learned to the future challenges? See, spirit is like, I see every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger. How have I shown resilience and strength lately? By reacting more maturely when these incidents, like I've been talking about with what's been going on in my life in the last 72 hours. Instead of freaking out, I was calm, cool, and collected. I calmed him down because he freaked the shit out of everybody in the ER. I kept my cool. I kept my composure. And I dealt with a person who was super freaking ridiculously scared, and I kept him calm, cool, and collected. And I persevered through my exhaustion without really getting snippy. And when I get tired, I get very snippy and grumpy. I feel very depleted, and I feel that a lot of people take advantage of me at those points. But I kept it cool, calm, and collected the last couple of days, even though I've been bombarded with a lot. Today was one of those days. But I kept my cool and just went with the flow and let the universe take care of the rest. How can I apply the lessons learned to future challenges? By making sure that when something is left field meaning it's coming out of nowhere. Like, this is just, here's your situation, deal with it, right? As messed up as possible. Keep the breath happening. Keep in the flow of understanding that there's a reason for this happening. There's a major lesson to learn. Now, what is that lesson? And how I can now, if anything happens to those girls and they call at 3 a.m., hey, Allie, I'm in a bind. Could you come pick me up? Or whatever it is. And they're not at that stage yet, but if I'm in these girls' lives for the long haul, I can apply what happened with him to them and be calm, cool, and collected, and really thankful that they trust me enough to call me. Again, I wasn't expecting him to call me, but he trusts me enough with his life and his situation that he asked for help. I wish I would have had that kind of help when I really needed it, but I needed to do a lot on my own to show myself that I have the strength and the perseverance to make it through. And I did have help, but not like physical help. I do not dwell on others' thoughts of me. I know who I am and where I am going in life. What can I do to push negativity aside and focus my thoughts on positivity? Big one. This is big. Okay, those two are very much spirit talking to me, but a lot of you as well. This one is like, doesn't apply. Guys, since I was a little kid, I knew I was different. I didn't care what other people thought about me. I did not care. Their opinions, their perceptive bullshit words only strengthened me. I was called freak, devil worshiper, witch, sideshow attraction. Thanks. I'm just playing a role that you're not. I don't care. Never let other people's words bother me, because it's all spell casting in the first place. But don't let others who are giving their opinion about somebody. Again, this is why we really need to be mindful about how we are projecting. It's one thing to give a perception, an opinion, or a thought on another, but they're just source playing through a person. Once you really understand, comprehend that concept, the negativity that should be coming out of you should be for somebody who is really messing up. And you can always rephrase things not to make them so negative and dark. Everybody's going through something you know not. Everybody's going through challenges Everybody has some trauma. Everybody has something. Everybody has a story. So why are you dwelling on what other people thinks? I don't know. And I've seen this in a lot of the Telegram and the We Not Me chats. People are projecting their trauma unbeknownst to them. They probably don't know, and they want to lighten moods and be awesome. And other people are raining on their parade. Why are you listening to those people? Yeah, we want a conductive, constructive, and beautiful chat. But if someone's criticizing you for something that triggers them, that's a trigger for them to heal. We got to be smarter about how we are expending our energy. If you expend your energy of hating other people or speculating things that don't really have anything to do with your life, yeah, it's interesting. It's not, life shouldn't be boring. But when we're making speculations and reading articles and especially about idolization of people, places, or things, we really need to be mindful that if it's not in your direct life, does it need to have room for rent in your mind? And I'm going to see if I can find it. I don't know if I saved it. There is a really, really good quote, and I don't know if I saved it. But it goes along the lines. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. It's so profound. Damn. I don't know if I saved it. I don't want to mess it up because it's probably from somebody's goodness. Okay, but this is something that I can impart, so I'm not burning time. The key is to catch yourself as soon as you realize you're thinking a negative thought and switch it to something you appreciate instead. Bingo. Guys, this quote is so good. Okay, I'm gonna have to find it, and if I do, I will throw it on the community chat section comment thingy. But basically, the premise of what I was trying to look for and word properly, because I'm gonna butcher it, is that God is having an experience through all of us, and he chose certain people. They're not acting, they're in it to win it in a role. I'm not here as I'm a vehicle of source. Source is directly using me. Directly. I have an ironclad contract. Whether that's a speaker's contract or not, I am not aware of that. I'm not here to be Yeshua Melchizedek. I'm here to impart seeding and try to help people move forward in a very nasty and difficult time. But I'm not acting. I am a very authentic person. I walk my authenticity. I don't give a flying middle finger right there what people think about me. If I'm messing up, the constructive criticism is great. I went to art school. That's what I learned how to do. I can butcher somebody's artwork, but not butcher the person. when you were projecting, you have to remember some people may take it as an actual attack. Really choose your words wisely when you're projecting and making a comment. We have to be really mindful in this time that there's a lot of trauma happening, a lot of trauma coming out to the surface, playing out in the theater near you here in reality. And a lot of empaths are picking up on that energy and internalizing it and making it their problems. Empaths always had that problem. So if we were to focus more on the positive aspects of life and start reading these cards and really being real about it, taking the bird's eye view. And again, I go personal with a lot of my stuff. I don't divulge everything, but I divulge enough so you guys grasp the heaviness that I'm going through right now. I'm just being thrown left fields all day long, right? And I'm only trying to be human and trying to walk into this experience with the rest of you. Just because I have the understanding and knowing, I worked for that. That's not something that was freely given to me. I have to work for, and the medium said this to me, I have to work twice as hard, 3-4 times harder than most people to achieve what some other people get in a snap. But that's how my soul operates. And that's how most people operate. Healing never ends, and sometimes healing comes in layers and layers. And I'm being challenged right now to make sure that I am healed and I released what was my past. And that's my past now confronting me and being thrown up into my face right now by 3 amazing people. You are kind, smart, beautiful, enough. Believe in yourself. I don't have many mirrors in my hands because I tend to have portals. I make them unknowingly sometimes. But I have enough that I'm going to start putting these decals on my windows, even though I don't like my windows. But wherever in my house that I can see, that I can look at and reflect on my life and know that I am worthy, that I have this, and I confront any really difficult situation. There's a lot going on in the world, guys. This isn't unicorns and rainbows just yet. We need to think that it is so we can manifest it together. But we need to stop worrying about trivial shit and do the inner work so that we can move this movie faster. Really fast. We need to ground. We need to go, as you know, I know the weather is turning in most of the United States. It's getting cold, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot. And a lot of us are achy and painy. A lot of us are emotional wrecks right now. Guys, I think I told somebody in the chat today, and it's harder for men than it is for women, but get a good cry out. Like, go privately somewhere and just scream at the universe, scream at the angels, ask them for help, ask them why, what, give me clarity, something. Scream, cry it out, get it out. Get it out. Get that energy, the stagnation that builds up a fire that's within a lot of us. Get it out, do it privately, go take a car ride if you have a car, scream in the car with the windows up because we don't want anybody thinking you're getting murdered. Just get it out of you. And if you need to do that for a few days, a few weeks, do that because you're clearing your energy out. You're getting it out, but do it in a way that you're not projecting it on other people, right? No one deserves your shit. Even though it's all a part of our shit, no one deserves other people's shit, right? Get it out of you. Okay, do it if you are a dancer, if you like to play music, do something conductive and productive to get it out. Get it out of you. Whether it be in a creative sense, whether it be screaming and breaking shit, whether it's throwing an axe, going to a gun range, whatever you do to get rid of your anger, your frustration, your stress. Stress is not ever going to go away. Things are always going to occur in your everyday life that stresses you out. It's how you change your mindset to deal with that stress. You can tackle it head on with a positive attitude and a mindset that, oh, like, all right, I'll tackle this. This is something I can't avoid. All right, what do I have to do to make this a better day? Right? It's okay to wake up in a bad mood. You're human. It's okay if something really takes you off left field and really upsets you, right? That's human and it's normal, and go through those motions. No one's saying to escape your emotions. Escaping is comfort eating and consuming alcohol and trying to numb yourself out because you can't handle those emotional states. Now, what is it that you could do that's productive, that's healthy, that can get those bad habits away from you? It's another thing that I see a lot of people doing. People can't handle stress and they do not smart choices. We need smarter choices in our lives. Oh boy. I just got the lowdown of what tomorrow's going to look like. Sometimes. Anywho. Some positive affirmations. Get these, make them, do whatever you can, because you're not going to be the only one in your life that will need them. The holidays are coming around, so they're really good stocking stuffers. If you have done the work and you don't do the affirmation thing, but you live around people that need them, like I got these for the girls because they don't love themselves. They're in a bunch of chaos right now. A lot of things in their world is being turned upside down emotionally. So when I go there, these are going up. I put a lot of these in their Christmas bag so that they can utilize them the way they would like to, but I want them up in their house because they all need it. So just remember that you're doing your personal work, and by doing this type of work, it's not only going to help you, it's going to help everybody around you. When you can come to neutrality within yourself and do the work and stop blaming everybody outside because it's all source, you see a perception of the world in a different way. You see truth in a different level, on a different vibratory state, and a different frequency. You're seeing things on a whole nother totality. You're walking source's path. It's not an easy one to walk. It's not easy. It's a big challenge, but the more that you work at it, the better you're going to be. Go back to my Kybalion readings. Those are definitely helpful to understand. Where is that book? Hang on, guys. I'm not going to pause it anymore. I promise. I had a book and it was really, really good. What did I do with it? I hate when I do this, guys. I have too many books. I have too many books, guys. It's in over here somewhere. I know it. I didn't give the book away. I know that. And it would not be in my Norse section. Oh, dear goodness sakes. What did I do with it? The only reason why. Ah, here it is. Sorry about that. I recommend this book. It has a lot of the same people. I know I showed this on my channel once before. This has a lot of the Phoenix Journal entities that do channel through here. But this also goes through law of correspondence, law of action, law of vibration, energy, you know, what the fifth dimension really is, the electromagnetic grid, joining forces with the angels, power of forgiveness, discernment, which is still judgment, abundance, affirmation and manifestation. I am radiant and a being of light and love. Miracles happen wherever I go. All that I need comes to me easily. Love comes to me easily and effortlessly, and I accept it now. My health and my body are perfect, and I am stronger every day. This is a good book outside of the Kybalion that's giving you more on a spiritual nature. It's a thick book. The Light Shall Set You Free by Dr. Norma J. Milanovic and Dr. Shirley D. McCoon. Buy it. Amazon. Do this. Good book. Recommend. Also, if you are doing shadow work, Carlos Castaneda is a really good, all of his books. but the active side of infinity is one of the bigger ones that have really depth in the shadow side of the work, and giving yourself up, giving that ego up, forgiving. There's a lot of lessons in that book. That's another one to help you. A lot of his work is very helpful. I would do that. Some people like to read and then apply. Some people like to just apply, but this book has a lot of affirmations. It has a lot of good channeling in here. And again, a lot of people don't like the channeling thing. I understand that. But again, take what your heart registers at. Go deep in there. Fish out what makes and sounds good in here. And the stuff that doesn't, chuck. So guys, I hope that something here helped you, get you creatively thinking in different ways of how to make these things come in manifestation form for you, whether it be buying the decals, whether it's drawing it with chalk marker, whatever it is that you need to do to get these visuals in your eye purview. Now, if you are somebody who is blind, Braille, I bet you they make those in Braille. We can overcome any obstacle if we really put our minds to it. Okay. If you had a bad day, you're entitled to that. Go outside and release it. Get it out of you. Cry. Crying is the best, one of the best releases you could possibly do. Cry it out. If you're somebody that's very violent and you got the violent tendency in you, go and smash something that you don't need and no longer want, and no one else can have it. Go for a walk. You know what I did today? I had a very rough day. I was very much overwhelmed in many different really good facets and bad facets. I went outside and raked my leaves. I needed some time to clear my head. I put some binaural beats on. I took my phone, I put it in my pocket, and I put, put the music on, and I raked my leaves. Did I have time to rake my leaves? No. But I made time for myself. I needed to clear my head. I had a lot going on today. I was bombarded by a lot. But you know what? I took some time for myself to rake leaves. Sounds stupid. But doing that really helped clear me and ground me. Needs to get done anyway, but it's something that I usually do in the morning. I did it. I needed to do it. So what is something that you need to do, but make it into something fun where you can ground? Guys, is a lot of energy out there that is very not good for you to be receiving or picking up or absorbing. And there's a lot of things playing out right now in the astrology and in the influences of everything. Okay. Whether you want to believe in it or not, it's still playing out. It's here. We have to deal with it. So what can you do to transmute and be the alchemist that many of us were meant to be? It's all mental gymnastics. And when you could pick up on those things that you're doing, saying, projecting, stop yourself and ask yourself, is this expending energy that I don't have? Is this something that is worth my time to thinking about? Is this, the things that are distracting most people, whether it be a lot of information on truth or not, is this conducive to my health? Do I need to take some time for myself? Instead of listening to a podcast now while it's live, maybe I need to take some time for myself. Guys, remember, it's not going anywhere. You already know the information. It's in you. You just have to start remembering it. That's the toughest part. It's the remembering. And we don't remember if we are not doing the work on ourselves to activate our DNA, to activate what's in ourselves in this vehicle. So take that time and that chance to do it whenever you can. And if that means walking past your refrigerator, your mirror every day and getting something positive out of it, that's a start. Congratulations. Because you put your foot forward. So guys, please, I know I've been ranting, but at the same time, I'm giving you my personal life issues and trying to impart the wisdom that I'm gaining and in the moment, in it to win it right now. It's something that didn't already happen. It's happening now in my life. And I'm going to bring you through it so that you see how I'm handling it, how I'm traversing all this new stuff that's happening to me, because I'm walking through it. And I want to show you how I go about my thinking, how I'm walking through these situations, because they're brand new. So sending each and every one of you love, light, protection, and shielding. Please have a very safe rest of your week. Please be mindful. Please do your work, at least bubble, shield, ground, do something to protect your energy. Again, don't expend your energy in places that are not needed. Take time for yourself. Fill your cup first. And involve other people, because everybody needs this work. It's not privy to some, it's privy to all. How can you better your household, your living situation? How can you make and create and become? So just more ideas to help you guys out. If for anybody that might be stuck or needs something that might mesh with them. But again, these are not expensive and they work. And it doesn't matter how old you are. We all need a little pick-me-upper every morning, besides a coffee or a tea. Hope to see you guys on the next one. I'm hoping that things kind of calm down in my life so I can get back to my regular reading schedule and get things done, because it's been crazy. So I do apologize for being missing. But just realize I have a lot on my plate right now that I wasn't anticipating. And things just keep coming up, but it will come down. Get this book. And I'll see you in the next one, guys.